everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well today. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name's NatalieJade and we are currently doing Vlogmas. We're uploading back-to-back videos all month, so I hope you're all doing very well today. Today's video is going to be a full face of new makeup, new in, things that I haven't tried yet and all that kind of thing. So I hope you all enjoy this video. Do not forget to smash that thumbs up button, leave me a lovely little comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And let's get started with today's video. So I feel like in the last month or two, I bought quite a lot of new makeup items. So I thought, you know what, let's just stick them all on my face. So far I've used primer and I've got my foundation on. This is my NARS foundation because I don't actually have a new one. So I'll just stick that on and then we'll get started from there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use concealer. So this concealer I've had for quite a while, but I haven't really used it at all. Recently I've run out of my favourite concealer, which is the e.l.f. one. So I thought we'll actually give this a go and see if it is any good. This is the Wet n Wild concealer and I've got the shade Light Ivory. It does look like it'd be the right shade for me. The little doe at the end looks quite small. I usually go for a bigger one, but it should be fine. So I'm going to try this on my face now. So I'm not sure how fast drying it is, so I'm just going to start off with my eyes and then move on to the rest of my face afterwards. So it's a nice shade and it does feel quite thick. But like I said, the applicator is a little bit too small for me. I do prefer a bigger applicator, but I think the smaller ones just seem a little bit firmer, but the bigger ones seem a little bit softer, so that might be why. So I'm just applying this on. I'm going to apply a little bit more than I normally would because this one isn't a full coverage one. So I've got something to play with and blend out. And then what I'm going to use is one of my mini beauty blenders just to blend this out and see how it looks. Okay, so it's a nice colour. I'm just not sure what the coverage is going to be like and how well it'll stay, because at the moment I actually do like that. I think the coverage is looking okay, but we'll just see. It is a really good colour. I think the colour matches my foundation quite well. I'm just a little bit down at the end of my nose, some down on my chin, and then just on these little blemishes because my skin's not doing great at the moment, if I'm honest. I feel like I've had a good few skin months and now it's like, nah, it's just not having it anymore. I'm going to do the same thing that I did before, and I'm just going to use my mini beauty blender to blend all this in with. Ooh, that's definitely a good colour for down at the centre of my nose. I do really like that. Okay, so if I'm honest, I think I like this more as like a face concealer rather than eye concealer. I think the e.l.f. one's still my favourite. Like, it's good, just not as good as my e.l.f. one, if I'm honest. Like, the coverage is good, but you can still see those dark circles underneath there. Whereas with my e.l.f. one, it does cover them a little bit more. But it might just be the coverage or the consistency, I'm not sure. There's just something about it. But for my actual full face one, like, look at how well it's done my nose and my chin. Like, it's done really well there, so it might just be that this is better for an actual face and not for my eyes. I know my eyes are on my face, but you get what I mean. The next product I'm going to use is a contour. This is going to be the Kylie one. This is the Kylie bronzer in the shade Toasty. This is so nice. I recently did a video actually reviewing the Kylie products, but I thought, you know what, this is one of my new items. I just want to try it out, see what it's like with a different full face, not just Kylie products. It does look really dark when you look at it, but it does actually blend in really nice, and the pigmentation is really good too. So I'm just going to grab some of this on a Revolution brush. This is a limited edition one, it doesn't actually have a name. And I'm just going to use a little bit. I don't want to use too much. I'm just going to apply it and then blend it out afterwards. I'm just going to do some on my forehead too. I know it looks messy, but we are going to neaten this up after. And then a little bit down the side of my nose there, and then so on this side. I do like this brush because I feel like it's quite versatile. You can use it for a lot of different things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab a different brush and then blend all of this mess in. This is just a Morphe brush. I don't even know what number it is. It doesn't even say. It's just a Morphe brush. But it's really nice for blending with, and sometimes I feel like I like to just apply everything and then blend it all out. So you do have to trust the process a little bit, but you do get there. And then I'm just going to blend all this into my forehead. Now that it's all blended in, I honestly love that bronzer. It's so pretty. It's just a perfect shade and it blends and builds really nicely. I'm going to use a blush, and the blush that I'm going to use is from this palette here. This is the Relove by Revolution Duo Highlight and Blush Set. It is so pretty. This is in the shade Sweet. So I'm just going to use this blush here, and I'm just going to use an Expert Face brush from Real Techniques to apply this. It's such a delicate colour, but it's got really, really good pigmentation. I feel like it just gives you that really pretty kind of sun-kissed look. It's just the perfect shade for me, I think. I love this one, but I also love the Kylie blush, which is a bit more pink and a little bit more out there. This is more of a subtle kind of like everyday look. The Kylie one's more of a glam one really, but I do really like both of them. Like you can just see, it's just giving a nice little tone there. And I'm just doing the same on this side. I just like to try to tap it on, because I feel like it blends itself in quite nicely then. And then a little bit over there. Okay, so that's how it's looking, and I honestly do love that blush. It's so, so nice. I've used this, I think, once before, but if I'm honest, when I used it before, I didn't get as nice results as this. So it might just be depending on what foundation you use, what contour you use, things like that. The next item I'm going to use is my Ariana Grande highlight. Ariana recently released her beauty range, which is called Ariana Beauty. She has a massive range out. This is only chapter 1. She's doing 4 chapters in total, but she has released some incredible products. This is one of her highlights. I absolutely love the packaging for it. It's got a magnetic little, not even a clasp, but like a magnetic lid, and it's just beautiful packaging. And this is what the highlight looks like on the inside. It's absolutely gorgeous. I bought it in the shade Miss Mercury, and it is a highlight topper. I have no idea where I put my highlight brush, so at the moment I'm going to be using this brush here, which is the Contour Fan from Real Techniques, the 418. And I'm just tapping into that highlight. It looks so pretty. There's just a little swatch of it. It's like a perfect like champagne-y colour, and it's a gorgeous shimmer. So I'm just going to grab some of this on my brush and then start to apply it. Oh, it's just beautiful. It blends in so fast and just seamlessly into your skin. It's honestly beautiful. I feel like having a lighter hand with it definitely helps. I do wish that I've had a bit of a better concealer, because I'm not happy with the concealer underneath my eyes. And then I feel like it affects things like my highlight. But that is just a beautiful highlight. That is gorgeous. I can't get over the shimmer of that. I wasn't sure what it'd be like, especially with the brush that I'm using, but you know what, I'm obsessed. I really am. This is now what it looks like with the highlight on, and I do love this highlight, but I feel like it might have performed better if I used a different brush, because you can see it well but you can't see it as much in the camera. It's really pretty though, but again, like I said, the underneath of my eyes have started to crease a bit, and it's just not got that coverage that I need the coverage. So if I'm completely honest, I'm not impressed by the concealer. So next I'm going to go in and I'm going to use my eyebrow gel. This is by Morphe. I always use the Luxe gel for my eyebrows, so I thought we'll give the Morphe one a go. It does look really nice. It genuinely looks just like the Luxe one, apart from it's got a little bit of a different wand. These are my 2 different eyebrow gels. If you see what I mean, how it looks so similar. The top one's a Luxe gel one, but I've used it so much that the label has come off. And the bottom one is the Morphe one. So it's got these extra bits that stick out on the top, but the rest are quite short bristles. It's probably the only difference between this one and the Luxe one. So I just want to try it and actually stick it on my eyebrows. If I'm honest, it feels like there's a lot of product on here, so I'm just going to try and scrape the excess off, because it looks to be a lot and I'd rather not have my eyebrows like glued for the rest of the week. And I went for a translucent one because that's what I just prefer. I feel like it gives you a more of a natural look rather than just being really out there, but that's just for my eyebrows. So I'm just going to start and just kind of push these up a little bit. Okay, I really like that wand. I thought that wand is really doing things right now. Okay, I really like that wand. I feel like the fact that it's got some spiky bits there really helps to I don't know, it really helps to get the precision, if that makes sense, but I really like that. Okay, I like that so far, but we'll see how it performs and how well it stays, but I actually really like the eyebrow gel. I think that is really good. I'm next going to move on to my eyes, and I have used this on my channel before, but not very many times. So I'm going to use this base. This is the Beauty Bay Eye Base. This, I genuinely thought, oh yeah, it'll be alright, it'll be fine, probably won't be anything special. This is amazing. This is so good. It is like a little squeezy bottle there, and then once you actually undo the cap, it actually has like a little doe like you'd have like on a concealer, things like that. So this is what it looks like. But the coverage on this is genuinely so good. So I'm just going to start to do my lids with this. Like, it's such a thick consistency. You don't need loads and loads of products. It's just like a drugstore P. Louise. So like I said, you can get this on Beauty Bay's website. It's really good. I'm just going to blend it in using a mini beauty blender again. I'm just going to tap over that. It just blends so nicely. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some eyeshadow. And I'm actually going to play with a couple of palettes that I've not used on my channel yet. So I've got these two here. This one here is the Forever Flawless Unconditional Love Palette. I bought this in a sale a while ago and I just haven't used it. It is so pretty and I've been waiting for the right time to use it. But it's so beautiful. And the second palette is the Foil Frenzy Hybrid Palette. I have the Foil Frenzy Fusion palette and it is ridiculously good. So I've got this in here. I have swatched it a few times as you can tell, but I haven't really used it that much, so I thought we'd give it a go today. But it is just beautiful. I love my shimmers and these are just the most pigmented things ever. So I'm going to start off with the Forever Flawless palette. If you guys have been on my channel before, you know how much I love these palettes. I'm going to start off by using this colour here, which is called Love Potion. It's a really nice kind of lilac-y colour, and I'm using this 307 brush by Real Techniques, and I'm just going to start running this through my crease. It's a very, very nice brush for this. I really, really like the size of it. It's really, really small, but it's quite fluffy, so it just kind of gets into that crease. It's really good for applying product. So I've just applied a little bit on there. I'm going to do the exact same thing on my other lid. I'm just going to apply some through my crease. I don't want to go for anything like extravagant, but I still want it to look quite cute. I want to test out a few different colours in these palettes, so I'm quite happy with that. I've just got that purple sitting on my lid there, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go in with a darker purple, I think, for the outer corner. So I'm going to go in with Attached, which is quite a dark kind of like mauve, kind of dark burgundy colour. So I'm going to go in with a different brush this time, and I'm just using a Studio brush. This has no number, it just says Studio on it, and I'm just tapping into that Attached shade. I don't want too much product, but I'm just going to tap into that and then just place that right in the outer corner of my eye. I don't want it to be too much, I just want to have that little extra contrast with the darker shade. And then some of this one. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Unconditional, which is this peachy pink, and I'm grabbing the 301 brush by Real Techniques. I'm just going to get some of that on my brush, and then I'm going to put some of that from the inner corner to the middle of my crease. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. This just brightens it up a little bit and gives it a lighter tone compared to the rest, which can be a little bit warmer. So what I'm going to do now, that is all kind of placed on my eyes, I'm going to get a little blend going on. So I'm grabbing the JH35 brush, which is one of my absolute faves. And I'm just going to start to blend this out, just to make it a bit smoother on the kind of transition between the colour and my skin. Just a bit of a softer transition there, and then the same on this lid. This is now what my eyes are looking like. Now I've done a bit of blending on them, and I want to move on to my Foil Frenzy Hybrid palette. And a little reminder, this is what the palette looks like. It's beautiful, and I want to use some of these kind of like champagne tones. So this one up here has a bit of a pink duochrome in it, so I think I'm going to go in with this one, and I don't want it to be too intense, but I've grabbed some of that on my finger and it's so pretty. And what I want to do is I'm just going to place some of that. Oh, that is really pretty. Okay, I really like that shimmer. I'm just placing some of that on my lid. There. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this shade here, which is one on the bottom. I'm just going to take that one through the centre, because that one's a little bit more shimmery and a bit brighter. So I'm just having an ombre between the two shades, just on there. I'm just going to blend those on a little bit. They are so pigmented, like you don't need a lot of product at all. They're really, really good. So I'm going to go in with the purple that we used, the first one that we used. And I'm just going in with that 401 brush, and I'm just going to blend that purple between the shimmer and my outer corner, just to make sure it's a little less blocky, and you can actually just see a bit more of a blend between them. this is now how it's looking. It's just simple, but it's quite a cute look. So I actually want to go in with a different shimmer. I want to go in with the shade Platonic here, which is this purpley bluey shimmer, and I'm just going to grab some of this and then just tap that onto my inner corners. That is beautiful. That is such a pretty shade. I don't know why I haven't used this palette till now. It is absolutely gorgeous. So this is now how it's looking, and honestly I'm so happy with this. It's so pretty. So to finish off the eye look, I'm going to go in with that same Love Potion purple shade there, and I'm just going to use the same brushes we've used. I'm going to grab some of that and then just do a little swipe underneath my eyes. Okay, so I really love those shades. Like the pigment in those shades is so pretty. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go on and do some mascara. I actually really struggled to decide which mascara to use for this. I've got the new REM Ariana one. I've got a Colourpop one that I think I've tried once, but that's it. I've got a Morphe one that I haven't tried yet. I've got a new Revolution one I haven't tried yet. But I decided to just change up the brands a little bit, and I've gone for a W7 one. I got this, I'm pretty sure it was £1, and I got it from Cherries. This is the W7 Lengthening Mascara, and I'm just going to try it out and have a go with it and see what it's like. Oh, okay. So as the first impressions, the brush looks a little bit like the one that I get in the Primark one. I get a Primark mascara for £1, and it looks identical to that. So it's just a very basic brush, but I'm going to give it a go and see what it's like. Okay. Okay, so it's quite a buildable mascara, I'd say. It's not very thick, like you're not going to put it on and put loads on at once. You'd have to keep doing lots of little layers. But I actually do think that's kind of curling my lashes a bit and giving it a little bit of length. So I'm just going to keep going and see what it looks like. But so far, it's not too bad. There's nothing really special about it. It's a mascara, but if you can see, that's doing from like one kind of layer on that one compared to without. I can see that it has made a difference, but I'm not sure. I've definitely got better mascaras, but there's nothing wrong with it. There's just nothing special about it yet. So I'll just keep going with this and see what we think. Okay, that's a little bit better. I might just not have got enough product on the brush, or it might just be a little bit dried out. I'm not sure. But the lower lash line did a little bit better then. I feel like it's quite nice for separating my lashes a bit. I feel like it's good, but I probably wouldn't buy it again if I'm honest. Like, it's not bad, it's just not special. There's nothing there about it. So I'm just going to finish this off. I've just got my lower lash line on this one to do. I actually managed to find my highlight brush, so I have just gone ahead and topped up my highlight with the highlight brush, and it has performed incredibly. Like, I've done most on this side, so I'm just gonna finish this side, but it genuinely has performed incredibly. I think it just depends on kind of like having the right tools for the job, because with the right brush, this highlight is genuinely just stunning. Like, it just applies straight on and it blends out so gorgeously. So I do think it is just about having kind of the right tools for the job, but it is absolutely beautiful. I don't like using it with a fan brush, and I don't like using it with that other brush we used earlier on, but this setting brush is genuinely my favourite brush to use for highlight. It just seems to always work for me no matter what product I use. This is the final look, and I am really happy with that. I think my eyes are the favourite part because I love the palettes. They're so nice. I do absolutely love that highlight though. The highlight is absolutely gorgeous. But thank you so much for watching this video. If there's anything else you guys would like me to try out or test or anything like that, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up for me. And if you like content like this, make sure you subscribe because it means the world to me. It's free and you'll be able to catch more content just like this. But that is it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.